Hello, all my kings and beauty queens. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm keeping everybody in prayer in the name of Jesus. I just pray that everybody is doing well. I truly do. And with that being said, I got to continue to thank my A1s from day ones. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I appreciate y'all so very much. I know real soon I'm gonna come back on YouTube regularly. Just on a daily, how I normally come. Even if it's not going live, I will be doing some type of video. As y'all know, the situation yesterday that I want to talk about when it comes regarding my nephew, I'm letting everybody know that prayer do work. I thank you all and all the other people who I talk to. I appreciate you all for your thoughts, your prayers, for the love. I appreciate you all so much. So what happened yesterday when I left home and went to his house, he had a lot of friends. A lot of friends and family was there to support him with his decision. Some of his friends didn't want to accept his decision, and they went and encouraged him to do his dialysis. And before they encouraged him to continue his dialysis, he had a 2 o'clock appointment for hospice to pick him up. When we called about 1:30, 1:45, they did not have that on record. Mind you, I was there when hospice was there talking with him, made that appointment. I was there, my daughter was there, my son was there, his wife was there, and Chantel was there when she made that 2 o'clock appointment. The next day, they had no record of the appointment. And so they say, what time would you like? And they said they can pick him up at 7 o'clock. By the time 7 o'clock came, he had other friends who came by and they encouraged him, taking him today at 12 o'clock for his 12:45 appointment to do his dialysis. So when I tell you guys, prayer works, prayer works. So I don't know what happened when it came to that 2 o'clock appointment, not even being in the book, not being assigned in the computer. I can't question God. I can't question what happened. All I know is I was there when that appointment was being made. So, I guess without his family and all of his friends being there, even though it do not change his condition, he just changed his will. He just changed his will to continue living. So like I say, he still got to go through that pain. He still got to go through the dialysis. I showed this to my nephew. I showed y'all the picture. For all who did not see the picture, this is my nephew. He looked similar, but it's a difference in how he looked. Like he, I guess with dialysis, after having dialysis for so long with my nephew, I can't speak for everybody. With my nephew, he became real bow-legged. From a straight leg to real bow-legged, like real bow-legged. The legs go, the knees, the legs go real bow-legged. And so when he walk, it's a different type of step walk. He's real fragile. To walk upstairs, I have to put him on my bike sometimes. And he'd be like, no, no, auntie, I said, boy, get on my bike. And so I squat down the bottom step and he'll get on my bike because it's painful for him to walk upstairs, even if it's one flight. It's hard for him to walk up the stairs. And it's to a point where his fingers, and I don't know if this came, I believe what happened with his hands, it came from something that was done in a hospital that was not done correctly, and something happened with his hands. So now it's like he can't, like, he have to hold a cup, like instead of like holding a cup, he have to hold a cup like with his hands open. He can't hardly button his shirt because something going on with his fingers. So he need my help when he coming over here. If he like want his shirt to be unbuckled, or if he home, sometimes his mom and if his friend there, sometimes they have to help button his shirt because the button is about small as my nail, and he can't get the button to go in a little slit. Um, it's a lot of stuff that he can't hardly do. He have a walker, but I guess he want to just keep on doing the best he can without that walker, So it's a lot. Like I say, the condition did not change, but his mindset changed. I don't know if that mindset going to be changed for that day, tomorrow, next week. It might could continue. So what hospice said, after one of his friends encouraged him to continue with the dialysis, they called hospice. Hospice came out, and two people came this time, and they talked with him and his wife and some of his friends, and was telling them that they'll come to the house. I guess just to check on him or something. I'm not sure, so I don't want to say the wrong thing because I didn't sit in there for that yesterday. I didn't sit in there for the majority of that conversation. So from what I know, he's definitely not going to the hospice place, clinic, hospital, whatever. He's definitely not going there. He's home. His friend taking him today, picking him up at 12 to do his dialysis at 12:45. He's still he's more relaxed. So I guess they gave him some medicine to make him pills or something to make him not have to deal with that pain that's in his knees and his hands and his heart and his pacemaker. You know, he got a blood clot. There's a lot that's going on with him. So, like I said, even though his decision is changed right now, we don't know what's going to happen in the near future. Further on in the future, we don't know. So, I appreciate you guys for continuing doing the prayer. Everybody who saw my post and left an encouraging message, a prayer, comment, I appreciate you all. Even the people who saw the video and gave a verbal, now I'm gonna say it like this, a silent prayer. For all y'all who just seen it and didn't leave a comment but gave a silent prayer, that's what's up too. That's what's up too. So I appreciate you all. So what I'm gonna continue to do is check on him as always. Make sure he's encouraged. Make sure he's uplifted. And the thing is, our family always show love. Always, the people in his life who loved him and care about him, for those people, we show him a lot of love. And I don't, like I say, I think that has a reason. One of the reasons that he changed his mind when he seen so many people at one time, over his house. I think that kind of had an impact on his decision. And like the hospice people, they said he can change his mind at any time. And yesterday is the time that he changed his mind. It's kind of hard when you make a decision to stop all the procedures to help you live. That's hard, and seeing all the people he going to leave behind, and yesterday, not yesterday, but on the 19th, I believe that was Sunday, he gave my son Quincy his chain. He had a chain that he cherished. It's a gold chain, and on the and I let y'all see it when Quincy come back home from school. I let y'all see the chain. It was a gold chain, and it had like wings, and on that wing it had I believe it's my daddy, and on another chain it had my grandma and my nephew. All those people on that chain had passed away. And so he gave that to my son. He gave that to Quincy. So I knew when he did that, he made a decision because Dustin, he cherished that necklace. And so he gave my daughter, Tina, he gave her his other necklace, So when he made that decision not to go on with going to hospice, my son was giving him bike his chain, and he said no. So when he said no, that he didn't want it back, it kind of made me think like, is he still going to eventually go on with that decision? Because he had an opportunity to get that necklace that he cherished back from Quincy, and he didn't get it. And so I'm not sure what his decision going to be in the future, but when he did not accept that chain back from Quincy, it made me think like, I don't know if he didn't want to be an Indian giver and was like, hey, I gave this to you, it's yours, or well, since I'm not going to go on to hospice, I will take it back. He did not take that necklace back, a necklace that he cherished. So, like I said, it's still in the back of my mind, if he gonna make that decision again, because hospice still going to be there. And I seen in the comment somebody said, be careful of hospice. I didn't know what that meant. I heard some things somebody said about hospice, but hospice do have a job. They do have a job to make you as comfortable as you can, because they made my dad comfortable. And my dad, he was pretty much brain dead for a while. I can't even think of the days right now. I can't even think of the days that he was brain dead. And when they gave us that note that he did not want to be on any type of life support, feeding tube, they had to remove all of that, because my dad signed the paper before he passed away a year before that happened to him. And we don't know if the doctors told my dad that he had a certain time to live. We don't know, because all we know is that it was a form that was signed that he did not want to be on anything to keep him alive if something was to happen to him like it did. And when he went to hospice, they really took care of him. He never looked like he was pain. He looked like he was in pain when he was at the hospital with all that stuff in his mouth and in his nose, down his throat. He looked like he was in a lot of pain there. But at hospice, they made him so comfortable. They made him, it was a blessing, because it was nothing we can do. All I know is that they kept coming checking on him, doing getting blood, checking this and checking that, and they was telling us it's getting closer, it's getting closer. They knew that to the T. They came and checked his breathing, and I was pretty happy with them. So I don't know what the comment meant when it say watch for them. Is it something that I don't know? Because at the end of the day, they are supposed to let the family go in peace. And my dad, I'm telling you, he did go in peace when he went to hospice. So I don't know what that comment meant, and I know it wasn't nothing mean. I know it wasn't anything mean, because everybody have different experiences. Like my nephew, he had some horrible, and I have to admit it, he had some horrible experience with hospitals, with the doctors and the nurses, believe it or not. Believe it or not, we have good doctors, bad doctors, good police, bad police, good lawyers, bad lawyers, cricket people who do this, and we have that. And how much we don't want to believe that it could be a bad nurse, doctors, police, lawyers, anything, anybody in any field, high class field, higher up field, or whatever. It's some good and bad. And my experience with my nephew, it was a majority of bad things. I don't know why. I don't know why. I truly don't know why. Because when my family come and we talk to the people, the nurses and doctors and the administrators and police was even involved, they make it seem as though what is it? What is we doing? And it's a history. If I don't want to go through it, I don't want to mention it on YouTube, but we've been there and we seen some things. We heard some things, when he had a speakerphone on. And so, like I say, it's some good and it's some bad in everybody. It is, so the only thing I can do is continue to pray for everybody. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot that people have to deal with. So just because you see people around you or in your family, at your job, just everybody in general, just because they put on that poker face, don't mean that their life is 100%. Some people is going through a lot of stuff mentally, physically, emotionally. People is going through some things. So in the beginning of the majority of my videos, and I say pray for those who you don't know. Pray for a condition. Pray for a condition. Cancer, diabetes, um, kidney failure, people who have heart attacks, people who have a terminal disease, people with sickle cell. I have all that in my family. People, my niece, she have sickle cell. My nephew, he have kidney failure, do dialysis. My dad, he had cancer. He had strokes towards the end. He was a healthy man. So, that's why I tell people to just pray for people condition, even though you don't know the person. Pray. Pray for healing. It's a lot that we have to do as a people. It's a lot we have to do as a people. So with that being said, everybody, I have to go to work. I love you all. Again, thank you all for your prayers. I just had to come on before I go to work to let you all know how everything went yesterday. I wouldn't feel right knowing that I done said something yesterday, the day before yesterday, and not telling y'all the updates. So that's the updates, everybody. With that being said, I love you all so very much. If you feel, subscribe to my channel, like my video, share my video, and definitely leave a comment. I love you all. I got to go to work. All right, see you.